Hey guys, it's Sophie. I have an RU match here against Blackie. Her channel is named Silverhamu4, and we just decided to have a kind of fun match. I was like, well, in my head obviously, I was like, I'm just gonna bring my 3 monkey team. So yes, I have Simisear, Simisage, and Simapore, I think the other one is, and I kind of just threw together sets for them one day because I wanted to use them together for the lulz. So anyway, I brought Fluffy from the Fat team because Fluffy's here to do its rocks and whatnot. She leads off with Absol, which is her signature Pokemon, gets the super power off, does absolutely nothing considering it's super effective and whatnot, because Fluffy is a defensive monster, gets off the Toxic on this thing, so in case it has, I don't know, a Focus Sash or something, well, that is gone. And now I can go for the Stealth Rock safely, knowing its attack is lowered. I can definitely live another one. And this thing is going to come in, go for the Toxic on my Piloswine. Leo likes to pronounce it Piloswine. I like to pronounce it Piloswine because it's a fluffy pillow. And yeah, my thing is going to be Toxic, but I'm not too worried anymore. I got my rocks up, and that's really all this thing wants to do. So I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, thinking, alright, this is a special wall. Earthquake should do a bit, considering Stab, and I love Piloswine. But, that does not too much. So I decided to go for the Toxic this turn, but unfortunately Fluffy always misses his Toxic, so he's going to go and miss it there, like, why? So she's going to predict my second Toxic, go into Absol, but I do not want to stay in anymore. I'm going to switch out myself, go into my Armaldo, maybe even predicting this, so it's going to be a pretty good situation now, because I am going to be threatening her with bug moves and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to go for the SD, maybe predicting the Sucker Punch coming, thinking that's generally what Absols tend to do, or predicting her switch, really. And then she's just going to go for the Sucker Punch a second time, as I go straight for the X-Scissor to take this thing out. So goodbye, signature Pokemon. I think this is like the only time I got a kill with Armaldo. I found this thing kind of useless, to be honest, but this battle it shined very much. So out comes this Basculin, which is pretty cool. You don't see Basculin very often. And I'm going to want to switch out, go into my Simisage to take the Waterfall, but unfortunately she gets a crit here, which is really going to matter because it would have been nice to have my Simisage, and I mean, I could have lived that. I live with 1 HP, which is pretty darn awesome because it means I get some extra life orb on him, but if she hadn't got the crit, she wouldn't have been able to Aqua Jet, and I would have been able to kill this Basculin with my Simisage, so that definitely sucks. So here I'm going to go into Simapore, which is actually Scarfed. It's my Scarfed Pokemon on this team, so I bring in the Simapore. I predict her switching to Audino, and I go for the Hidden Power Fighting, but she goes into Sceptile, which is pretty dangerous. I thought that was too obvious, so I didn't want to go for the Ice Beam. But now I'm just going to switch straight into Umbreon to take whatever special move she has. I'm thinking, Spectile, maybe that's a bluff, but I'm thinking it's Specs. So that's going to do absolutely nothing to Umbreon because Umbreon is so freaking bulky, and she's just going to switch into this, and Umbreon misses the Toxic. Like, honestly, this freaking Audino, like, no Toxics hit it. It was quite annoying. So, I'm going to make a dumb play here, go for the Toxic myself, forgetting that she's probably going to Toxic me, since I am a wall, and my Synchronize is going to activate. So it would have been pretty pro of me to just attack there. But, hindsight's 20/20. Whatever. So now we're both Toxic, and honestly at this point, after like 2 missed Toxics, I'm just happy to have this thing Toxic. And now I'm going to switch right into Simapore, not knowing she can't really do any damage to me, so I can get some damage on her with my Hidden Power Fighting, which she doesn't see coming. But unfortunately, Hidden Power Fighting does absolutely nothing, even though that's a crit. That's right there, 'twas a crit. But it's gonna be some good damage, considering this thing is a special wall, and she's just Toxicking like my entire team, which is kind of obnoxious, like Wish, Toxic, all of that fun stuff. It's, no. So anyway, now I'm going to have to switch out, seeing how much the Hidden Power Fighting did in the first place. She's just going to want to stall me out here, and that is not something I want. So as long as I go into Simisear, if she wants to Toxic me, that's fine with me. I'm thinking, alright, I have that Flying Gym, Acrobatics. She's going to Protect to see that coming, so like, just to see, get her Wish back too. And I'm just going to keep spamming acrobatics because I know I can hit anything hard. I was thinking it would take out this Audino at this range. I know it's not stab, but I have this thing at max attack, and that did like nothing considering all that. But good thing, Toxic is going to take her out, poison, whatever, and she poisons me. So unfortunately, I miss poison Toxic every single time I go for it this battle, and she hits it every single time. So that sucked. But whatever. So she's gonna go into this basilisk, and I go back into my Fluffy just to fodder him off, get some extra life orb damage as well. But Fluffy lives it, but unfortunately I died to that stupid poison. But whatever, Fluffy, you rock. You're a monster. Okay, out comes Semaphore. Now I go for the Ice Beam, predicting the switch into Sceptile, maybe to take the hidden power fighting. And I didn't really have anything else. Surf probably would have killed it at that range, so that might have been the better plan. I thought Ice Beam would have killed it at that range too, considering it's a Basculin. But whatever. I know the Aqua Jet's coming here, so I go into Umbreon, thinking that'll kill me off, you know, because Semaphore doesn't exactly have the best defenses in the world. She gets another crit, so this battle is kind of full of hacks against me. This is unfortunate, and you're going to see in a minute, the hacks go even farther against me in the weirdest, annoyingest way possible. So out comes Pawn Nobi, the Flareon. I'm not really sure why it's called that, but whatever. She goes for the superpower. It takes out my Umbreon. I was just kind of foddering it out at that point because I didn't feel like I needed it that much anymore. And I wanted a free switch into Semaphore so I could outspeed and go for the Surf. And I think she said that's a Scarf Flareon in her video. I don't remember. But I hadn't really revealed that I was a Scarf Semaphore yet, but it comes into play there. And it's pretty awesome that I get to outspeed her and take her out. She thought she had me there. So out comes the Sceptile. I'm just going to let this die off because I know I can bring in something else. And that Surf does a ton still. Like, honestly, Semaphore, you're like rocking it with the Surfs. So now I know I have a free switch into Simisear, so I can take this thing out. But here comes the HP Rock. And the funny thing about this is that HP Rock had like apparently like a 3% chance to kill me. No, I'm wrong. A 2% chance to kill me, she said. She calced it. And I think that was on the Simisear, not. It was one of these Pokemon that she ends up sweeping in the end. And that is just so frustrating. I would have lived that, and I would have been able to take that Sceptile out, and all she had left was a Plusle, which I guess could have stalled me out, but I mean, max attack, Simisear, I mean, I could have done some work, and I had Armaldo still too, which could have SD'd and taken that thing out, and I don't think Armaldo was even poisoned yet. I don't even remember. I was so flustered. But whatever, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for liking, showing support. I love your faces, and yeah, bye guys.